Lee Hubble, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Great Frederick Fair, I'd like to welcome you to the 163rd Frederick Fair. And after a little bit of Mother Nature helping our farmers yesterday, we got some good sunshine, and we're going to give you 5 nice races here. We're going to start very shortly. We were just trying to give you a little bit of, give our track crew a little extra time to get the track ready, because we had a tractor pull Monday night, and then we had 2 nights of demolition derby, and right here in the home stretch wasn't looking very good last night. But anyway, we think we got everything on track, and horses are getting ready to come out so that we can get ready for our first race. I'd like to introduce Miss Sharon Donovan on stage, and she's going to start the program with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, who's brought bright and bright stars to the perilous fight? All the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Chief Marshal Kelsey Lewis leading the horses onto the track. This is our first of 5 races here this afternoon. Numbers at 5,000 Lifetime Pacers, going for a purse of $900. First of the 1, Spinologist, owned and trained by Robert Sampson Jr. The driver is Gary Botch. 2 is Fortune's Fool, owned by Catherine Love, trained and driven by Alexandra Golden. 3 is Peanut Butter Crunch, owned, trained, and driven by James Calvin Dotson. And completing the field, number 4, Cougar Beach, owned by Joseph and Michael Offit, trained by Joseph Offit. Kevin Altig is in the bike. That's the field of 4 for the first of 5 here this afternoon. I'll take a couple of scores here. They'll finish warming up. They'll head to the gate. We'll take 2 laps around the track. It'll be 1 complete mile that they will race here this afternoon for all 5 races. So if you look to your left, midway through the turn, you'll see the starting gate there with the wings folded out. The horses will be coming there. Right now they're on the backstretch. They're working their way towards the gate. The car will pick them up, pick up speed. We'll let them go right here in front of us at the finish line. Again, 2 full laps around the half-mile track will equal 1 mile for the race here for the 4 pacers. And these 4 pacers will come back today in the 3rd race. We'll see these same 4 horses again. And that time, post positions, where they start behind the car, will be determined by where they finish in this race. So the winner of this race will start from post 1 on the inside of the gate. 2nd place will finish from post 2. And post 3 and 4 will be the 3rd and 4th place finishers from this race. Again, these horses we will see twice today here. They will race 2 miles. And the starting car picks them up here for the first of those 2 miles. First of 5, Spinologist, Fortune's Fool, Peanut Butter Crunch, and Cougar Beach. Those 4 behind the gate. And they're approaching a start. They're off and pacing. From the inside, Spinologist looks to protect that position. Peanut Butter Crunch shows speed as well. Fortune's Fool comes away in 3rd, and the back marker early is Cougar Beach. So they make their way towards the backstretch here. Spinologist and Peanut Butter Crunch continue their battle up front there for the lead. And as they're onto the backstretch, looks like it was Peanut Butter Crunch who came away with the lead. Spinologist back to the pocket for now in 2nd, but now wants the lead, and here comes Spinologist to take the lead. Spinologist leads it from Peanut Butter Crunch in 2nd, then it's Fortune's Fool and Cougar Beach. That's the field of 4 as they make their way past the opening quarter. As they make their way into the far turn, it is Spinologist, Gary Botch, who leads the way. 31-3 was the opening quarter speed. And as they make their way to the top of the stretch the first time, still have over a lap to go here. It's Spinologist and Gary Botch leading the way. Peanut Butter Crunch and James Dotson tight to the pocket in 2nd. Fool and Alexander Golden in line in 3rd. And Cougar Beach and Kevin Altig trail the field of 4 as they make their way under the line the first time. Less than a half mile to go, and it's Spinologist. Spinologist leads at a length and a half. Peanut Butter Crunch still right there in 2nd. 1:03 was the half-mile time as they roll into the 2nd half mile here. And it's still Spinologist who leads the way. There's been no change in the order. Peanut Butter Crunch still there in 2nd. Continuing 3rd is Fortune's Fool. Gapping at the back now. Cougar Beach is about 6 lengths detached from the rest as they head towards 3/4. So Spinologist has led them a long way here. Out of 3rd, Fortune's Fool is suddenly on the move and trying to challenge for 2nd. Peanut Butter Crunch trying to protect that position as they make their way past 3/4 in 1:35-4. They make their way around the final turn, and Spinologist in front still. Peanut Butter Crunch from 2nd, 3rd on the outside, Fortune's Fool. These 3 have broken well clear of Cougar Beach as they're at the top of the stretch and turn for home. It's Spinologist. Spinologist looks to finish it. Now moving off of the cones late, Peanut Butter Crunch is diving. It's Spinologist in front from Peanut Butter Crunch. Spinologist down to the line. Spinologist holds on by half a head. Peanut Butter Crunch was 2nd, then it was Fortune's Fool. Cougar Beach will check in 4th. In 2:04-1. front of the grandstand here is the winner of this afternoon's first race. This is number 1, Spinologist, 7-year-old horse. It's a bay gelding by No Spin Zone out of the Jenna's Beach Boy mare Show Me Some Skin. Spinologist was bred by the owner-trainer, Robert Sampson Jr. of Delaware. Gary Botch with the winning drive. Spinologist, this is the first win of the year for the horse. Second lifetime victory for Spinologist. Spinologist in the winner's circle now, being presented with a blanket. Blanket presentation presented by Windy Way Greener Solutions, LLC. Windy Way is a minority-owned company located in Boyd's, Maryland. Established in 2012. They pride themselves to be an environmental company that is leaving a smaller footprint. You can call them for all of your composting, manure hauling, and recycling needs. We thank Windy Way Greener Solutions, LLC for their sponsorship of the blanket for the first. And we congratulate the Connections of Spinologist on their victory. And we'll again see Spinologist and the other 3 horses back later this afternoon in the 3rd race. Into the winner's circle now. This is the 2nd place horse from this afternoon's first race. This is Peanut Butter Crunch, a 3-year-old horse, a bay colt by Captain Crunch, out of the Cam Skarchik mare Herding Giggles. Peanut Butter Crunch was bred by Fred and Seth Dowling of Pennsylvania, owned, trained, and driven to victory by Calvin Dodson. Peanut Butter Crunch, a first win of the year and a first lifetime victory for the 3-year-old Peanut Butter Crunch. This blanket presentation presented by Key Sanitation Incorporated. Key Sanitation is a longtime locally owned and operated entity that does an excellent job with waste removal of the Great Frederick Fair. Whether it's a commercial, residential, or construction job, they can handle your removal needs as well. In addition, they provide portable toilet services for parties and special events. For courteous, reliable, prompt services, please call Key Sanitation. We thank Key Sanitation for their blanket sponsorship here in the first race. Again, congratulations to the Connections. Peanut Butter Crunch on a 2nd place finish here in the first race. And again, we'll see him back as well in this afternoon's 3rd race.
sorry that you mess with the US of A. 'Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list. And the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist. And the eagle will fly. And it's gonna be hell when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell. And it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Of the red, white, and blue. Of my red, white, and If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life.
On the track now, the horses for the second race this afternoon. Leading the field, number 1, I'm Rockin' Country, owned by Patty Moyer, trained by Kevin Outig. Driver is James Dotson. Scratch the 2, Awesome Times 2 will not race here this afternoon. Number 3 is Always Be Ronnie, owned by Ashley Page, trained and driven by Ernest Taylor. And last but not least, number 4, Into the Night, owned, trained, and driven by Kevin Outig. That's the field of 3 for this afternoon's second race. And these 3 horses we will see back again this afternoon as well. They will come back in the 4th race. Again, post positions to be determined by their finishing position here. These are free-for-all pacers. And throughout the week, we'll see 2 different types of standardbred racing here. We'll see pacers and trotters. Now, these 3 are all pacers. In fact, every horse you're going to see this afternoon are all pacers. We'll see some trotters tomorrow and Saturday. The difference between the 2 pacers, if you watch closely, these 2, their left legs move together. The left front and the left back move together, and the right side moves together, the right front and the right back. So it looks kind of like how we walk with your left hand, your left foot, right, and then the right side as well. Whereas trotters go opposite ways, so the left front will move with the right back, and the right front will move with the left back. Best way I can describe it is kind of like an egg beater motion. Again, if you come back tomorrow and Saturday and see some of these trotters, you'll see the way that they move, and it's a very different way that they have their gait. And if you were watching closely in the last race, you'll see number 4 in there. Cougar Beach was off stride at the wire, which means that he was not on the correct gait. So in this case for a pacer, he was not pacing, and instead he was just kind of running free. If you looked closely, he was just kind of galloping through the stretch. Trotters is a little bit more apparent when they go off stride as well, so probably some things we'll see some more throughout the week. But again, they're continuing to score down here for the second race. Starting car, same position it was for last race. We'll pick them up here, and they'll take 2 laps around for the mile for race 2. Starting cars picked him up here for the second race. I'm Rockin' Country, Always Be Ronnie, and Into the Night. 3 pacers coming through the stretch, approaching a start. They're often pacing from the outside into the night show speed, but I'm Rockin' Country with inside position is holding that spot for now. Always Be Ronnie is going to come away last of the three as they make their way towards the back stretch. Into the night, Kevin Altig able to cross and clear and lead the way here by 2 lengths. In the pocket second is I'm Rockin' Country. Always Be Ronnie is the trailer as they make their way down the back stretch and head towards the opening quarter. So as they come back into view, it is Into the Night. Kevin Altig leading the way. I'm Rockin' Country and Calvin Dotson right there in second, and closing the gap in third now is Always Be Ronnie and Ernest Taylor. These 3 pacers make their way past the opening quarter in 32 and 4. They went the opening quarter 32 and 4, and as they're midway around the far turn, it is Into the Night who continues to lead the way. I'm Rockin' Country continues in second, and Always Be Ronnie the trailer. That's the field of 3. No change in the order as they make their way past the stands here the first time. Again, still over 1 lap to go here, and it's Into the Night leading the way, looking for a 4th win of the year. I'm Rockin' Country continues in second. Always Be Ronnie continues in third. They're all single file as they've now got less than a half mile to go, as they pass by the half mile in 1:05. So they make their way into the third quarter here, and it's Into the Night continuing with the lead. I'm Rockin' Country still there second. Always Be Ronnie continues third. Again, the order remains unchanged as they head towards 3 quarters now, and it's Into the Night who looks to take them all the way on the lead. But I'm Rockin' Country now moves to the outside, out of second, trying to challenge for the top spot. Always Be Ronnie gaps a couple of lengths now back in third. They make their way past 3 quarters, and they're past 3 quarters here and Into the Night, and I'm Rockin' Country goes stride for stride. 136 and 2 was 3 quarters, and it is Into the Night and I'm Rockin' Country. These two are heads apart at the top of the stretch. Always Be Ronnie is back to third as they make their way through the stretch. Into the Night at the inside, trying to hold off I'm Rockin' Country, who's trying hard on the outside, but Into the Night here at the inside still has the lead close to home, and it's Into the Night to win it half a length. I'm Rockin' Country was second, and it was Always Be Ronnie. Time of the mile was 2:06. Back to the winner's circle now. This is the winner of today's second race. It's number 4, Into the Night. This is an 11-year-old bay mare by Santana Blue Chip out of the No Nukes Mare Moore Hanover. Into the Night, bred by the Walker Family Farms of Ohio. Into the Night is owned and trained by the winning driver, Kevin Altig. 4th win of the year for Into the Night, a 24th lifetime victory, 2:06, the time of the mile for Into the Night. Race 2 this afternoon, blanket presentation, the Lewis Ramsburg Memorial Race. Lewis was a lifelong farmer and horseman, started racing ponies at an early age, and later became an owner, trainer, driver, and breeder of standardbreds. He raced at many racetracks and county fairs in the Mid-Atlantic region, but had a special love for the Great Frederick Fair, where he drove the starting gate each year for our horse races. Thanks to the Ramsburg family for the sponsorship of the Lewis Ramsburg Memorial Race here this afternoon, and we congratulate the connections of number 4, Into the Night for the victory here this afternoon. Again, we'll see Into the Night and the other two horses in the second race coming back in this afternoon's fourth race. And while we have the starting gate right in front of us here, getting a close look at it, again, you see the wings and the way it unfolds. We thank J.T. Wagner here for driving our starting car this afternoon, and Betsy Brown is the starter. Betsy Brown, horseman down in Virginia, and also a starter down at Rosecroft Raceway, one of the pari-mutuel tracks with wagering here in the state of Maryland. In the starting car, the driver is purely driving, doesn't even control the speed of the car, so he is simply driving. The starter unfolds the wings, as you see right now, and will fold them back in when they start the race. She also controls the speed of the car. And the starter doing all of that work and making sure the horses are lined up in the correct positions and are all getting a fair start. Driver of the car simply steering.
Don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave
track for the third race. Non-winners of 5,000 lifetime. Pacers are first at 900. Again, these are the same horses we saw from the first race. Number 1, Spinologist, winner last time, rode and trained by Robert Simpson Jr., the driver Gary Botch. Number 2, Fortune's Fool, was third in the first race. Alexander Golden trains and drives for the owner, Catherine Love. Number 3, second place finisher from last time, Peanut Butter Crunch, owned, trained, and driven by Calvin Dodson. And completing field number 4, Cougar Beach, was fourth last time, driver Kevin Altig for trainer Joseph and Michael Offit. That's the field for the third race. We'll warm up here, head to the gate shortly. For now, after this post parade, we'll bring Dan Biddle over here for a quick interview. Local harness racing celebrity here. We can talk about a lot of things with Dan regarding the fair and also harness racing. But Dan, let's start with your connections here in the city of Frederick, at Yankee Land Farms. Charlie Keller, obviously a very well-known name and respected name in the harness racing industry.
So he was, our farm was founded in 1957, and Charlie was my granddad. I was part of the third generation of the business.
And then, as part of your time in the industry, you also sit on the board of directors, as I did as well for a few years, for the U.S. Trotting Association. That's the governing body, like the NFL, MLB, that oversees the entire sport. And every year you guys get together in Ohio to decide on rule changes for the next year, as well as see any sort of penalties for anybody in trouble, and just overall kind of guide the direction of the sport forward.
Correct. So the district that I sit on is District 11, and that represents Delaware, Virginia, and Maryland. So yeah, we'll have a district meeting in Delaware about 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll make decisions at our district, and we'll take it to the national level in March.
And then, of course, still on the board of directors here at the Great Frederick Fair. I believe Colby said earlier, 163rd year of the fair. And I see the save the date cards back here. We've already got the dates to like 2035, so clearly we're going pretty well here at the Frederick Fair.
It's a great tradition. It's one of our county's biggest treasures. Yeah, and I'm happy to be a new board member.
Well, Dan, thanks for joining us here, and look forward to a couple more good races today. Good weather, a lot better weather than yesterday.
Thank you. We appreciate your efforts as well.
Horses heading towards the starting gate there. Again, same pickup spot as usual, 2 full laps for the mile race. Sorry for the brief delay here between races 2 and 3. Speaking of Dan and USTA rules dictate that there has to be 40 minutes between heats, so these horses had to have a minimum of that time between their first and second races, so that was the reason for the delay. They are now ready to go here for a second time around the track here this afternoon. It's Spinologist, Fortune's Fool, Peanut Butter Crunch, and Cougar Beach. Field of 4 starting gate picks them up. You will notice length of our track not exactly the longest, so only one wing being used on that starting gate, but if it were a bigger track, they would both be extended here as these 4 pacers come through the stretch and approach the start. And they're off. Peanut Butter Crunch shows speed. Spinologist from the inside in that position. Fortune's Fool coming away third, and Cougar Beach will be the back markers. So as they make their way towards the backstretch the first time, Spinologist, who was able to maintain the lead here from Peanut Butter Crunch, who's going to track from that pocket spot in second, now is up on the outside of Fortune's Fool, and the back marker is Cougar Beach. That's the field of 4 as they head down the backstretch and towards the opening quarter, and it is Peanut Butter Crunch who now comes away with the lead. Spinologist will be back to a second. Fortune's Fool is third, and Cougar Beach once again is trailing at the back in fourth as they make their way past the opening quarter in 32 seconds. 30-2 for the opening quarter, fastest opening quarter of the day here, and it is Peanut Butter Crunch who leads the way. Spinologist pocketed up in second, Fortune's Fool third, and closely attending the pace. Cougar Beach gapped at the back. That's the field of 4 as they make their way under the finish line the first time. Less than half a mile to go for Peanut Butter Crunch. Second, first time out today, looking to go one spot better here as they're into the third quarter, past a half mile in 1:01. 1:01 for the half mile here, and it is Peanut Butter Crunch who leads it from Spinologist in second. Fortune's Fool continues third. Cougar Beach continues to be the trailer as they make their way towards the backstretch and head to 3/4. So it is Peanut Butter Crunch, Calvin Dodson still leading the way. Spinologist still right there in second. The first and second place finishers from the first time around, they're 1-2 again. Different order this time. time, though, is Peanut Butter Crunch, who leads Spinologist this time as they pass by 3/4. Fortune's Fool is third, followed by Cougar Beach in fourth as they pass by 3/4 in 132. 132 for 3/4, and it is Peanut Butter Crunch who's now switching away there by 2.5 lengths over Spinologist in second. Fortune's Fool moves off the cones from third as they come through the stretch. It's Peanut Butter Crunch this time. On cruise control here, leading it by several lengths late. It is Peanut Butter Crunch to win it. Tight for second. Spinologist held on there ahead over Fortune's Fool. Cougar Beach checks in fourth. And as you can see, Cougar Beach has mentioned about horses going off stride. Is off stride there again. You can see on that gallop, not pacing under the wire. And the final time was 2 minutes and 3/5. Back in front of the stands, this is Peanut Butter Crunch, winner of the third race, and the second earlier today. 3-year-old fake colt by Captain Crunch out of the Cam's Cart Shark mare Carding Giggles. Peanut Butter Crunch bred by Fred and Seth Dowling of Pennsylvania, been trained and driven by Calvin Dotson. First win of the year, first lifetime victory for Peanut Butter Crunch. Playing presentation presented by Yankee Land Partners and Biddle down there in the winner's circle. The Keller and Biddle families ownership group. Yankee Land Partners is part of the legacy of Yankee Land Farms. Yankee Land started in 1955 by famed New York Yankee slugger Charles King Kong Keller. All the horses' names have Yankee in them. Represented 50 years of breeding champions and bred 2 Hamiltonian winners during their tenure. Their partners continue the spirit of drive for excellence, helping build one of harness racing's premier nurseries. Yankee Land Partners, a longtime supporter of equine events here at the Great Frederick Fair. Thank Yankee Land Partners for their partnership and sponsorship of this flying presentation, and congratulate Connections. Peanut Butter Crunch on a victory here in the third race. And for a second time today, we're going to see Spinologist again. Race 1, second here in race 3, the 7-year-old fake gelding in the spin zone out of the Genesis Beach Boy mare Missing Skin. Spinologist bred by the owner-trainer, Robert Sampson Jr. of Delaware. Very botched the drive again here. And the win earlier today for Spinologist was his first of the year. He has 2 lifetime victories. That's now his first second place finish of the year. Now has 6 of those lifetime. Spinologist. Presented with a blanket here by Frederick Tile. Since 1974, our family owned and operated a flooring company in Frederick, Maryland, has helped people make the most of their floors. The Frederick Tile Incorporated, we're your one-stop shop for installation and furnishing of all types of flooring for residential and commercial properties. We specialize in all types of flooring, so stop by to see the variety of styles we carry at our showroom. Located at 305 Pine Avenue in Frederick, we thank Frederick Tile for the partnership and sponsorship here of the blanket for today's third race. And congratulate Spinologist. Victory and a second in his 2 heats of racing here today. horses coming onto the track for this afternoon's fourth race. Again, these are the horses we saw in the second race. Number 1 is I'm Rockin' Country by Patty Moyer, trained by Kevin Altig. The driver is Calvin Dotson. Scratch the 2, Awesome Times 2. Awesome Times 2 will not race here this afternoon. Number 3 is Always Be Ronnie, owned by Ashley Page, trained and driven by Ernest Taylor. And completing the field, number 4, Into the Night, owned, trained, and driven by Kevin Altig. That's the field of 3 for this afternoon's fourth race. Again, they're also heading around for a second time here this afternoon. And if you were listening during the last blanket presentation, you heard me mention that the Yankee Land Farms have bred 2 winners of the Hambletonian. So Hambletonian, one of the major races, in fact, the major race here in the United States in harness racing, held every year at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. It's the first Saturday in August. Over $1 million on the line. That is a race for trotters. Biggest trotters on the planet show up on the first Saturday in August there. Plenty of other major races in the sport as well. Coming up here in October will be the Breeders' Crown. If you're familiar with thoroughbreds, they have the Breeders' Cup. This is the equivalency. It's the year-end championships. It's a race that rotates every year, and it's different divisions for 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and older horses. This year it'll be held up in Canada, Wood by Mohawk Park, about an hour outside of Toronto in Guelph. And big race being held actually today, over $500,000 on the line, out in Delaware, Ohio, the city of Delaware in the state of Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. This year's the 80th edition, and it's very similar to what we're seeing here this afternoon in terms of the multi-race heats. They will race in the elimination heats today in the 16th and 17th races out there in Ohio, and they'll come back then and race 20 after about an hour, hour and a half break, and they'll race at first for just $50,000. They'll go for over $500,000 in the 20th and final race this afternoon in Ohio. And that's for pacers. It's for 3-year-old pacers. Some of the best in the country will be out there this afternoon competing. So plenty of great big races around here. And for everybody interested locally around here, down at Rosecroft Raceway in Oxon Hill, Maryland, that's where you can find local harness racing. They're now racing Mondays and Thursdays here this fall. One Sunday card, Sunday, November 2nd, they will have the Potomac Pace, which is another one of the major races in the sport. Get some of the best pacers down at Rosecroft. And if you're down in Ocean City on the summer, Ocean Downs and Ocean Pines host racing 3 days a week during the May to August months. Those are the circuits here in Maryland between Rosecroft and Ocean Downs for the harness racing. And there's 2 fairs that race in the state of Maryland. This one here, the Great Frederick Fair, and also Pocomoke City has racing at their fair in August. So, here they are behind the gate, approaching a start. 4th of 5 races. Here they come. Often pacing into the night, momentarily rough-gated there, tried to go off stride behind the gate, but Kevin Altig able to keep this one pacing, and is now coming on through at the inside, will be away in second. I'm Rockin' Country takes the early lead. Always Be Ronnie is the trailer as they make their way towards the backstretch the first time. So it is I'm Rockin' Country and Calvin Dotson to come away with the lead. Into the Night is there in second. Always Be Ronnie is third. That's the 3 of them as they make their way towards the opening quarter. I'm Rockin' Country. Calvin Dotson driving this one. It's trainer Kevin Altig's horse, though. Into the Night is second. Also trained by Kevin Altig. Kevin driving that one. And the back marker is Always Be Ronnie. 32-2 was the opening quarter time. And it is I'm Rockin' Country who is leading the way here, cutting the mile, leads at a length and a half. Into the Night is pocketed up in second. Always Be Ronnie is last of the 3 as they make their way down here to the half mile. I'm Rockin' Country leads the way. Into the Night still right there in second. Single file third is Always Be Ronnie. No change in the order as they pass by the half mile in 1:04. 1:04 for the half mile here. Less than half a mile to go. And I'm Rockin' Country, the one that leads the way. Continuing from second is Into the Night. Always Be Ronnie still there in third, still 3.5 lengths off for the leader as they make their way towards 3/4. I'm Rockin' Country leads the way, was second first time around this afternoon, looks to go a spot better, but the winner Into the Night is now moved off of the cones, and Into the Night looks to win both heats today as they pass by 3/4. 136 for 3/4, and it's the two Kevin Outtake trainees who are 1-2 here. It's I'm Rockin' Country and Into the Night. Always Be Ronnie continues to trail in third as they go to the top of the stretch and turn for home. I'm Rockin' Country to the inside, to the outside, Into the Night, trying to press past. Always Be Ronnie is defeated back in third as they make their way through the stretch. I'm Rockin' Country at the inside, to the outside, Into the Night. Into the Night on the outside gets up to win it. I'm Rockin' Country settled for second. Then it was Always Be Ronnie. Final time of the mile, 2:05 and 1. Back around to the winner's circle for a second time today. It's Into the Night, an 11-year-old bay mare by Santana Blue Chip out of the No Nukes mare More Hanover. Into the Night. 5 wins now in the year, 2 today. 25 lifetime victories. Into the Night bred by the Wilker Family Farms of Ohio. Owned, trained, and driven to victory by Kevin Outtake. Blanket presentation here for the 4th race this afternoon, presented by Hairworks Salon. Established in 1996 by April Horn Osherman, Hairworks Salon is a full-service salon for men, women, and children. They offer all hair, nail, and waxing services and hair replacement services, featuring a large selection of over 100 wigs and hair pieces to choose from. They are located at 152 Bauman's Lane in Frederick. Hairworks Salon is being represented today by some of its staff members who have come to show their support and help cheer on the horses. We thank Hairworks Salon for their sponsorship here of this afternoon's 4th race, and congratulate Into the Night and owner, trainer, driver Kevin Outtake, who has a couple of nice new blankets now to go home with after a couple of victories this afternoon with Into the Night. afternoon. Saturday, to be determined, the number of races, but we will have racing at 12 noon. And if you're here at the fairgrounds, rest of the afternoon, following here at the grandstand will be the parade of antique cars. It's going to be immediately following this last race here. Midway will open at 2 p.m. Be open throughout the evening. Back here in front of the grandstand, 5 to 6 p.m. will be the parade of horses, as well as the little loopers dummy roping in the infield, 5 to 7 p.m. Here on the grandstand tonight, it'll be Ann Wilson with Caleb and John. Plenty of tickets still available for the entertainment here this evening. And if you're around the next couple of days, preview tomorrow, Friday evening here on the grandstand, it'll be Travis Tritt with Tyler Reese Tritt, 7:30 p.m. Plenty of tickets there still available. And Saturday, to round it all out, will be Clutch with Prosthetics, 7:30 p.m. here at the grandstands. Enjoy the last couple days here of this year's Frederick Fair. Back to second now. Louisiana is third and last as they head down the backstretch towards the opening quarter. So Marco Beach, Alex Golden leading the way here. Caviar Rachel is going to drop down to the pocket in second. Louisiana single file third, just 3.5 off the lead as they make their way to the opening quarter. They pass by the opening quarter in 31 seconds. And as they head for the far turn the first time, it's Marco Beach who continues to lead the way. Marco Beach and Alex Golden lead at a length and a half. Caviar Rachel and Tubman Altig pocketed up in second. Third and last, Louisiana and Calvin Dotson as they make their way past the stands the first time. Marco Beach leads the way, just over a half mile to go here. Leads the way a length and a half. Caviar Rachel still pocketed up in second. Single file third for Louisiana. There's been no change in the order here as they pass by the half mile. Half mile on the board here in 1:01.